Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lady of the Throne Divine Astrology, where God dwells within me as me. If you are new to this channel, be sure to become a new subscriber by hitting that subscribe button. If you like or resonate with any of the messages here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and feel free to drop a comment down below. Personal readings are available at really affordable prices if you are looking to find out what's going on in your love life or in your general life. Spirituality, past life readings, all of that's available on my website. Go ahead and check that out. It's in the description box down below, and it also shows in the beginning of the video. Check it out if you're interested. Let's go ahead and get into the month of March in love, starting with the sign of Gemini. Gemini for March 2025. Let's start with the women and then the Gemini masculines. This is going to be for the month of March. We are about to enter March, and this is going to be messages for in the future. These messages are going to be good until the last day of March, so give it time to play out. But if you are watching this and you want some current energy, love messages between you and your person, you can check out my website down below in the description box and visit my shop for something current. All right, so Gemini, let's see what's up with you, Gemini women. Okay, for the women, in March, you're going to feel a stronger need to protect your energy, is what I'm getting. A stronger need. Something's going to make you feel like you really should protect your heart. It's time for you to protect yourself spiritually. You may be finding the need to pray more. You may be visiting church more often. You may be fasting, or you may be doing something spiritual related to cleanse and purify yourself. You may really realize something that you never really wanted to face about yourself before. You're finally seeing something that's not good within you. Is like this energy that you carry that you're finally starting to realize is there. And no one likes to hear that from another person, but you also don't like to see it for yourself. But I think in March you're going to realize that something about certain people is not resonating with you. They're like energy vampires. People who, and this is about love. So this is about, like, if you have multiple love interests, it's something about them. It's something about these lovers. It's something about these romantic situationships. It's something, if it's one man, then it's something about him. It's something that has rubbed off on you. It's something that you can start to feel within yourself, like, you know what, that guy really messed me up, because look at how I feel toward things, or look at how I feel now, or how I look now, or how I think now, or how I approach things. It's like somebody really likes to drain you. And with you being a Gemini, that means that you're very generous. All Geminis are very, very giving to people, especially love. Gemini women are super submissive to men. And you're probably one of the most submissive, honestly. One of them, not the most, but like one of them. And I feel like you do it because that's your way of showing love. But there's something that you give to a connection to men, or whoever it is that you're dealing with, or who's into you, and they drain you. They're like dark entities. So I wouldn't say that this is something that you created for yourself. You probably didn't realize, or wanted to realize, that there is a truth about energy transfers. You have to be aware of the spiritual world, and you have to start understanding that when you exchange energy, having someone get intimate with you, get close to you, they begin to rub off their bad energies onto you. dark entities, their inner demons, all of that. So it's like someone that's been trying to leech onto you, and you're going to be protecting yourself from this person, is what I'm getting in the month of March. You're going to really realize something about this person. Like, let's say if you spend time with them, and then after you spend time with them, just something just doesn't feel right. Something feels off. Something makes you second guess. Something you just feel, it's like you may, listen, you guys have to, I'm here to teach people, especially people who are very practical, very technical, or very, like religious and not really spiritual. You have to understand that spirituality came first and then religions were created after. What is right is spirituality, okay? Religion just derived from something that already existed. So we're talking about originality here. So when it comes to that, you have to look at what's really going on beneath the surface. See, if you notice different things about yourself, like you're doing things you normally wouldn't do. Like if you don't drink, you're drinking a lot. If you don't use profanity, you're doing that way more. If you normally would do certain things, you would have more confidence, and lately you haven't been. It's something that you see, you haven't been paying attention that you've been doing. But that's how dark entities and demonic spirits work. They create this like carelessness in you, and then you just do things without really paying attention to what you're actually doing, and then it becomes habitual. And you're like, wait a minute, you don't really notice you're under that type of influence until you have some type of surrender to God. You have some type of cleansing. You cleanse yourself, and you come back to God. And so when you're really ready for that, that's when it's going to happen. But I think March may be when it's really starting to happen now. You're starting to take spirituality more seriously in March, and you're wanting to get that off of you. I feel like you're wanting to get rid of it. Somebody that you currently deal with, talk to, rubs you the wrong way in love. Every time you lie down next to them, after that, something doesn't feel right. Maybe the conversations don't feel right. It's not a good vibe, is what I'm getting. You're starting to really sense that, okay? And I think you're going to be really, really focusing your own energy on getting this taken care of. March is your month to take care of that, I feel. And I think you want to be a really, really reserved woman. It's like you're starting to see that you're starting to question yourself. It's like, how could you judge anyone else or feel any way about anyone else when the practices that you commit to are not clean or not pure? You know what I mean? It's like, but that's what your heart desires to be. And it's starting to click, like, okay, well, if that's what my heart desires to want to be like, then I've actually got to do something about it. I can't like despise or envy another person or other people because that's how they are without doing the work. You're about to get in there and do that shadow work for real. I think you want somebody or something has inspired you so much now to the point where you really do want to be considered a good person, like all the way around the board, without hiding things and without being fake about it, and without, like feeling like you're being a hypocrite, you know what I mean? Like, or just not even that, just maybe not noticing that that's what's going on. I think you want to know. I think you want to be more aware. I think you want to be able to tap into your intuition better. I think you want to open your third eye. I think you want to be able to know things so that you can prevent hurts, pains, losses. It feels like a Gemini woman who admires spiritual women, and you're starting to understand why women like that are so protected. They're so reserved. They're so serious about their bodies. They see it as a temple. They respect it. It's something very good-natured about women with good faith practices, with good beliefs. And so I don't know if you're going to be reading any books in March about, people's spiritual journeys. Remember, not religious, spiritual. I don't know if you're going to be getting into more Eastern practices. I don't know if you're going to be listening to me more or paying more attention to my channel, or working with me in some kind of way when it comes to spirituality. I welcome you to do that, because that's what I'm here to do in the most purest, genuine form of helping people, because I can see things that people can't see. So the thing is like, I think you guys are really starting to say, you know what, I think that this is serious, and I think it's time for me to get rid of someone, some man, who's been doing this, is what I'm picking up. So it's really interesting what you're going to be experiencing in March. Whoever this man is, for some of you, if he's into what's a good word I can use for that? Because this is a public video, so if he's into herbs, then he may be someone where you see him increasing that more. He could be stressed out. He could be dealing with anxiety, depression. He could be just doing it for fun, recreationally. Whatever it is, you may see him doing that more often. For others of you, if you are into like cooking or gardening, the natural world, like you're one of those really earthy women who are into certain things, he may be wanting some of these things from you. He may be, wanting you to cook or asking you about cooking. He may desire that from you. He may love your cooking or something like that, or he may just get you some flowers. It's just something here about herbs and the natural world, earth and things like that coming up here. So the good thing about this connection at this time, because there's not a lot of good, I'm not gonna lie to you about that, but the good thing that I do see in March is that at some point you're going to realize that this connection is just hanging on by a thread. I think the reason why it's showing up in the good position for you in the month is because I think it is a good thing that your eyes are opening, that you're finally awakening to the deeper truth. And it's not about calling this man out, and it's not about judging this man. It's just really about something that you feel like is going to help you. I think you're just really going to be coming into a whole spiritual awakening. That must be what's going on here. I think the bad thing about this connection is something about your roots here, like family history, what you're used to, how you grew up, how you were raised versus how he grew up and how he was raised. It seems like he's more, you can sense that he's got a little negative or jaded little mindset about certain things in March. He's very like, it's like, dang, who was so rude or mean to you that makes you kind of sketchy like this? I don't know, it's just something really sus about the situation. My little sister says sus all the time, but it's something sus about this, and it's just going to make you wonder about that. So what's hiding here in the background, what's lingering, is there's something happening around this eclipse. So now that I got to this part of the channeling, it's an eclipse. There's going to be in March, is it one or just two? It's two, I think. Yes, there's a lunar eclipse in Virgo, and then there's a solar eclipse in Aries. This is happening in March. 2 eclipses in 1 month. This is going to affect you tremendously. But the thing is, it is going to be a shakeup. because with eclipses it's not easy to get through it, because what it does is going to bring something to your awareness in a major way, in order to create a shift, even if you're not ready for it. This is that shift that's happening in your life in March, Gemini, where you pull back, you call back your own energy away from a particular man or men, and you realize something about you and what these connections are doing to you on the inside. It's something that needs to be cleared up and cleaned up. And by the end of March, these eclipses are going to help you discover hidden aspects of yourself in this darkness. And you're going to start to see just how dark it is on the inside, because it's like something about these connections right now is just going to be really, really off for you in March. All right, so that's what's coming up for you for the women. Now, Gemini masculines, very similar to the Gemini women, which means you men may be affected by these eclipses as well, but not as intense as the women. But it is going to be intense for you in some kind of way. It may not be as spiritual, let's say that, as spiritual based as the women, but for Gemini men is more stressful. This seems to be some type of great pain, a great painful situation emotionally, some type of trial, tribulation, some type of high stress environment or a high stress situation comes up in March for you. Now, if you are a smoker, this is going to make you want to do that I'm talking about way more. I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm just someone who sees, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophetess. So I don't like using prophetess. Who made that up? I just like prophet. That's just what it is. But we know, that's a part of who I am. So I'm not trying to encourage you to do anything. It's just something that I can see coming up with certain Gemini men. Not all Gemini men opt for that as an option. But I do see that for others of you, if you are into a woman who maybe she's into herbalism, you may be receiving different things from her, is what I'm getting. Now, whoever this woman is, she is someone, now she's spiritual, is what I'm getting. For some of you, she could be a woman who's enhancing her spiritual gifts, or she's clairvoyant and can see the future. That's crazy, because I just said that before I said this. That's weird. But it's a woman who gets visions. They get premonitions. They see things way in advance. And so someone like this, she may find her answers from herself. Like possibly doesn't need anyone to tell her what's coming up, and she already knows. That type of person. And you may be looking to her for answers as well. So it seems like you're into a spiritual woman. It does. It seems like an earth soul, an earth angel you could be into. So the good thing about you and her in March is you guys are going to somehow be able to manifest some type of natural remedy for your problems to go away, or for you to not stress, or for you to get through your trials and tribulations. Maybe you're going to be working with a healer in the month of March, and you're going to be really getting your mind, body, and soul right. Somebody's about to reconstruct you. I feel there you may get a Reiki session, some type of healing. So yeah, it is going to be a little spiritual for the Geminis, but I think what I meant is just in a different way. Like with the Gemini women is more like moon spiritual, cosmic spiritual, but with you is more like hands-on. There's a lot of attraction dealing with a woman involved, and it's more like the natural world spiritual. So you could be getting a healing session with a lady who you're into, but she's also spiritual. So you may just be all for doing it because it's her, she may be helping you in some kind of way. She may provide a product, a service, a reading, advice or something like that to help you, and then boom, it's like she heals you or something. So in March, you're receiving a spiritual healing from a woman that you're really into. So what's the bad thing here about the situation? I think the bad thing is there's a lot of mystery involved. You're going to have so many questions, and you're going to be wondering about so many different things in March as it relates to this woman. You're going to be trying to see, how does she know the things she knows? How does she see things in advance? How does she do the things she do? How is she able to heal people the way that she does? How is she able to change lives the way that she does? How can she touch lives the way that she does? How does she do what she does? How is she who she is? You're going to have so many different questions, and you're going to be trying to unlock this person's like ancient secrets of their soul or something like that, and you're realizing that you're gonna find out so many things from her. But why is it bad? The reason why is because maybe you shouldn't have so many questions. I think that's why with spiritual women, especially high priestesses, like, you know, goddess energy, you can't really be out here asking questions. That's like questioning God. You just really can't, because, you know, it's like, not saying that you're going to get hurt, but it's just like, you just have to let things just naturally play out is what I'm getting, and just you know, enjoy the moment. If she's helping you with something, appreciate that, and just, you know, don't keep asking questions. I think that's why it could be a bad thing in March. If you keep asking questions, like, you know, if just asking all kinds of questions, you could go too far with the questions. It's just like, you know, don't do that. Don't, you know, because eventually you'll end up asking too much or trying to find out too much, and then you'll deter yourself away from receiving the healing is what I'm getting. So what's hiding here, and what is it that she doesn't know you're thinking, or what's in the background, is that the way you see her is that she already knows everything. That's what she doesn't know, that's how you see her, is that she's like an ultimate oracle. You can't hide, you can't run, you can't lie, you can't fake, you can't cheat, you can't look the other way. She's gonna know it all. She's going to know a lot of things. So whoever this is that you're about to start dealing with in love is a woman who knows so much. And it's like, you know that she already knows a lot. Okay? So that's what's coming up for you in March. Enjoy.